Chris Hartley and Brian Oliver here in the commentary box to talk you through the race to come. This is the grid. Fabio Scherer starts at the back with Nicola Bartz for company. Hockenheimring and Max Powell are on row 11. Then on the 10th row, Nicky Tim and Luca Engstler, who both charged through from loaded grids yesterday in the wet. Ricardo Feller on the podium yesterday, 18th on the grid today. Marco Wittmann out of the running now, 17th. Ben Durr and Maro Engel next up. Bad qualifying for Maro, one of the key contenders. Timo Glock and Tom Callender on row 7. Mirko Bortolotti, the outgoing champion, and former champion Thomas Preining second in the points next up. Thierry Vermeulen and championship leader Lucas Auer up next. Then into the top 8, Jordan Pepper didn't get any points yesterday. Maurice Skuring is trying to wrap up the rookie championship. Jules Gunn on 6th, René Rast in 5th place, then Jack Aitken and Ben Green in the 2 Ferraris, and then it's the Porsche of Ayhancan Güven starting 2nd. Here we go. It is round 16 of DTM 2025, and Aston Martin on pole position for the first time. What can Gilles Magnus do? Alongside him, Ayhancan Güven, determined to try and get his 5th win of the season. The lights go out and the season finale is underway. Charging towards the first corner, contact with René Rast at the back of the Porsche of Ayhancan Güven, side by side for 3rd place. They all go out wide. The Aston Martin and Gilles Magnus holds on to the lead of the race, and then you've got Jan Güven in 2nd. 3rd just about is René Rast. Ben Green is hanging on for 4th place by a thread. Jules Gunn trying to come around the outside of him. Jack Aitken is on the other side of him as well, and Jordan Pepper just behind the pair of them, one of the 7 championship contenders. Perfect start though for Gilles Magnus. Here comes René Rast in, for the time being at least, his final DTM race, and he goes through into 2nd place coming out of the Parabolica. Now he'll have to defend though, because Ayhancan Güven is going to dive at the inside of him into the Spitzkehrer. They both go wide, and Jack Aitken gets past the pair of them. Contact with Ben Green. René Rast into a half spin. Timo Glock has had a spin as well, and Rast is going to plummet all the way to the back of the field, and he's going to be out, damaged to the front right corner. That's it, game over.
For this year and for the foreseeable future. That moment there, Ayhancan Güven, the late break into the hairpin, and it was Ben Green who got into the back of the BMW, and then it was game over. Yeah, it was another Ferrari that caused the damage in the end for Vermeulen as he went through. He stayed out of the way. He knew he was going to get dive bombed by Güven. As he came back on, he got clipped by Ben Green, who had nowhere to go. Ben couldn't avoid the BMW. The BMW tipped into a half spin, and then of course the pack was upon him, and I reckon it was Thierry Vermeulen in the number 69 Ferrari that again had nowhere to go, that crashed into the side of Rast as he came past and did that damage to the front suspension. This is him staying out of the way. Had no actual contact here, but then the contact coming as he tried to get back online. Like bumper cars after that on board with René Rast, and at this point he realises he's pressing the pedal to go and the car is not moving, and he's got a problem. Here's how it looked from Ayhancan Güven's point of view. There was the contact with Ben Green. René Rast will not be this year's champion. Side by side though between Ayhancan Güven and Jack Aitken. You're on board now with the Turkish driver who's just about hanging on to 2nd place, and that's all brilliant news for the Aston Martin of Gilles Magnus, who's miles in front. Güven in 2nd, Aitken in 3rd. Pepper, you're on board with him now in 4th place, and the safety car is going to be deployed. And then right behind, look, a decent start for Lucas Auer. He's made up some positions in the first part of the race. Safety car comes out, an explosion of action in that first lap of the race. Right, well, 1 contender eliminated. We're down to 6. That man there, before his, whether it's brief or permanent retirement from DTM, you can see how much it means. He's there with his head in his hands. He knows. Safety car in this lap. First pit window postponed, as they can do if a safety car comes out. And Gilles Magnus slightly annoyed that his nice big 2-3 second lead that he had has been reduced to nothing. He's now got a green missile breathing down his neck in the shape of Ayhancan Güven, looking to become the first ever Turkish driver to win the DTM Championship in more than 40 years of history. Jack Aitken in 3rd, Jordan Pepper with a really good start to this race, got through the trouble in 4th. Also up the order, Lucas Auer from 9th to 5th place, Thomas Preining in 7th place, and in between Auer and Preining, the top 2 in the championship, you got Jules Gunn and Preining now trying to go around the outside of the Frenchman. He's done it as well, so it's 6th place now for Tommy Preining to gain another place. Ricardo Feller has made a tremendous start to this race as well. He's up there in the top 10 and going side by side with Marco Wittmann, who's just here to race now. He can't win the championship, so those two could be interesting to watch. Race control, and we go on board with Thomas Preining now. Looking back, there's confirmation of that 3 visits through the penalty zone coming out of the hairpin for Hockenheimring, which is going to equate to a loss of about 15 seconds once you add them all up. So difficult weekend for HRT
and the Mustangs, although Fabio Scherer has made up some ground from the back of the field. He's up to 17th place overall. You're looking back from Maro Engel to Jules Guenon, two teammates here for Winward as they battle away on the edge of the top 10 and into the pits as the pit window opens now. This delayed pit window come several drivers, 4 of them, including Ricardo Fellow, have this excellent start to the race. So he comes in. Thierry Vermeulen has come in early as well. Luca Engstler, Arjun Maini, Nicky Tim, Ben Durr in as well. So a race between the pit crews now to see who can get out of here and be the leading pit stopper. 2 work on one side on the tyres, 2 on the other. 1 holds the lollipop, 1 holds the air jack in place. That's the stationary person there. As soon as he pulls out the nozzle, the compression goes, the car is dropped down, and a good pit stop is somewhere in the region of 7.5 seconds. A really good one is sub 7 seconds, and an amazing one is sub 6 seconds. Arjun Maini has to sit and wait for the queue to come past as it stands, but it's all going to get mixed up now with these pit stops. Our in 5th place would miss out on the championship by a point. He's already been a championship runner-up in 2022. Güven's looking to become a champion for the first time. Here is the penultimate pit stop of the season then for Schubert, for Marco Wittmann. Just the 1 car left in the race now. Doesn't know what to do in this situation, Tom Callender, but he's got Engel all over him. So Priding comes in. Now look at this, a fight for first place of those that have made their pit stops. Marco Wittmann couldn't care less about championship points anymore. Just wants to try and get a race win here. He's first of the season, and the BMW powers past the Porsche to get ahead on the run up into turn 7. So Thomas Priding and Ricardo Fellow. Ricardo and the Land Motorsport team have been a sensation in the last couple of rounds of the championship. He's looking for his 3rd podium on the trot, coming from a lower grip position this time though. Ricardo Fellow and not yet able to squeeze past Thomas Priding, who remember has got all this weight on the car from winning yesterday. As Brian said, 20 kilograms of success ballast, plus the Porsche's got another 5 kilograms on top of that of BOP ballast, and he can't prevent the Audi from coming through to contend with in the background as well. And here we go, the BMW is coming, and I think there's probably only going to be one result here. He's going to go for it, isn't he? More grip on the tyres under braking. Marco Wittmann down the inside, and he gets into a net 2nd place behind the Aston Martin. We've got 2 pit stops to get through and the rest of the race, but Gianni's in a good position at the moment. So he comes in, he's furthest down the pit lane, so there's further to go. Rear's changed first, across to the front. Do it quickly, do it swiftly, but do it calmly. Don't make any mistakes. Oh, it's a bit sticky. He's going to get out in front of Maro Engel. Maro Engel is going to come out in front of Pepper. So Maro Engel's gained a place here once again. A really good pit stop from Winward that helps Maro Engel to potentially gain at least 1 place here. Now look at this. This is for the net lead of the race. Güven is the leading pit stopper, then Engel, then Pepper. But here comes the Aston Martin, which has now got its tyres up to temperature of Gilles Magnus. He goes down the inside of Pepper. He's bringing Marco Wittmann with him. And now they're going to gang up on Maro Engel. He probably won't be able to keep them behind as he gets his tyres up to temperature. But will Güven be able to keep them behind? Will Güven get the lead of the race after the first pit stops? It's absolutely possible. And at the moment, 2nd place anyway would have been good enough for the title. First will definitely be good enough. Look at this. Marco Wittmann sees a gap. He's absolutely going for it. Jan Güven misses the apex because his tyres are not yet up to temperature. And Wittmann is 2nd of the pit stoppers. He's essentially 2nd now in the race once all the pit stops are done. And then you've got the Gilles Magnus, Aston Martin fighting back. Magnus wants to go for it. These 2 drivers don't care about championship points anymore. They just want to win the race. And Magnus gets back down the inside of Wittmann with all of his experience. More than 200 races in the championship. Gilles Magnus in his first season says, I don't care. I want to beat you. I want to win this race. But it's Ayhancan Güven that's at the front after that pit stop phase.
Oh, look at this. Jordan Pepper also has Lucas Auer all over him. Fortunately for Ayhancan Güven, Jordan Pepper had a bad stop too. Team radio, Lucas Auer.
Yeah, also pretty much everybody has final track limits. Okay.
Yes. With Jordan Pepper, 8 points would now be the difference. Engel 3rd, 13 adrift. We've still got another pit stop to come, and the Aston Martin and the BMW is catching now, both of them catching up to Ayhancan Güven in the Porsche for the lead of the race.
And keep an eye on Jack Aitken. He's just gone purple in sector 1. 4th place. Jack Aitken is not done yet. We see him from behind briefly, but there is Jordan Pepper in the 6th place at the moment, and Lucas Auer putting the pressure on. Every place is going to be vital here as Lucas Howard tries to work his way past the gold and black Lamborghini. He needs to not trip up, he needs to not make any mistakes. But
I'm absolutely positive in this championship. Ayhancan Güven on course for a 5th win of the season. At the start of this season, he'd never won a DTM race. How about that? What a year he has had. And here comes Lucas Howard going for it. Contact with Jordan Pepper. Pepper is sent out wide in the grass of Lamborghini, but they get away with it.
Survived that. Let's have another look here into the hairpin. There was a big gap on the inside, but Lucas Howard not really getting it slow.
6.4 seconds. And if they can do that, or something like it for Ayhancan Güven, he'll be very happy.
Negative. Pit window is closing in 3 minutes. I guess that they will come to move the car.
I parked it on a good spot so they can pull me in.
I think we're going to get a safety car.
Oh dear, he's got a cushion in between him and his championship rivals, and that cushion is quite a big, wide BMW. And it's for us, never mind for Ayhancan Güven and Manti and everybody that's supporting Jan here, but he gets to pull the trigger first, and he's done this perfectly, hasn't he? Because Marco Wittmann isn't exactly underneath his rear wing as they get going again. To Güven, Wittmann and Engel, given that I've had a safety car. Oh, more stress for Ayhancan Güven, because you're right, Marco Wittmann is coming. He wants to get his first race victory here. Those 2 extra laps added on just to make life even more stressful for the entire nation of Turkey and everybody that's supporting Ayhancan Güven and everybody at Manti. And the driver himself is probably the coolest, calmest person involved in this fight, isn't he?
We are in the absolute closing stages of this 2025 season. Ayhancan Güven just needs to hold on to exactly where he is, do what he's doing, and he will become the champion. He has just a little over a lap remaining.
Is Marco Wittmann. Marco Wittmann might not win this year's championship, but he could have a massive effect on who does take home the 2025 title. They're about to go through the Parabolica for the last time in the race, the last time this season. Ayhancan Güven has got his nose in front by about a car and a half length. What will the advantage be, if at all, down at the hairpin? He's still in front. He's still in front. Make the apex, make the corner. He's got through the hairpin. Ayhancan Güven still leads the race. If he wins the race, he gets the victory. And we've got a black flag now coming for Jack Aitken, but it's all about Ayhancan Güven. He's just got half a lap to go. Everybody that's supporting him holding their breath. Marco Wittmann still fighting, still trying to upset the apple cart here and win the race. It's a straight fight between those two.
Marco Wittmann is closed up again. One last chance.
Here we go. Defend like you've never defended before. He thought he got it done. He's got to do it again. Marco Wittmann's almost into the back of Ayhancan Güven. You're on board now with him. So now he really has got half a lap to go. Oh, he could do without this stress. Marco Wittmann is almost pushing him through turn 7. There's about 2 inches between them. He tries the outside line. Marco Wittmann never, ever gives up. He's trying to get up the inside. Ayhancan Güven closes the door, goes through that sequence of corners, gets out of turn 11 into the final sector, and now he defends. Here comes Marco Wittmann up the inside of him, and Marco Wittmann, with a few corners to go, gets the lead of the race. And if Lucas Howard is promoted up to 4th place, it's going to change things. Down the inside goes Ayhancan Güven on the grass, back into the lead of the race. He will not give up. He will not yield. He has got to win this race to make sure he wins the championship. Brilliant stuff. What a battle this has been. Through the final corner. This time he's done it, but Marco Wittmann is going to push him all the way to the line. Now he sees the flag. Now he's the champion. Wow. Have you ever seen anything like that?
Whoa! Because in a few moments, we're going to have some donuts.
Oh, goodness me. I mean, how did he keep his head here? How did he keep his head? At this point, I reckon, potentially he's lost the championship with, what, 3 quarters to go. And he was like, no way, I'm not losing it now. On the grass, look at this. Karting move that, what a down the inside. If you overtake Marco Wittmann on the grass, you are braver than me.
Yes.
Wow, that's just pure 100% determination that got him through that.
And this is why we love DTM. Absolute skill, absolute brilliant driving. He went for that gap, he wasn't giving up, was he? Into the corner he went, and Marco Wittmann had nothing he could respond with.
Oh, wow. Ayhancan Güven wins the race, wins the championship, makes history. Marco Wittmann Played his part, didn't he? What a story. Second place, Maro Engel, third in the race, third in the championship, a real fighter again. Now it's time for the champagne to open, and that's never tasted so good if he even gets to drink any of it, because at the moment, Ayhancan Güven, I think he's partially blinded by champagne in the eye. He's spraying it and waves to the crowd, waves to the team, waves to his family.